Hi, I'm Helen and I'm here at Yealm Kitchens in Newton Ferrers. Today I'm using the Studio Line IQ700 HS858GX-B6B, and I'm just going to run through the functions of this single oven. This one particularly is the steam oven, but these functions apply to all of the Studio IQ700 range. Turning the dial, we've got the 4D hot air. We have top and bottom heat. Now this is a conventional way of cooking without the fan going, and so it's the top and bottom heat going through, so it's lovely for nice basic cake things. I like it for old recipes that I use, which are actually all in Fahrenheit, because all I've got to do is convert them to centigrade, and we have that lovely conventional way of cooking. Also with Christmas cakes, to get that another nice level topping to the cake, this is a perfect setting to have. We then have hot air eco. Now when I mentioned the 4D hot air cooking, we have 4 levels of cooking there, with the hot air going over and back to the back of the oven. With hot air eco, this is making it just so that it's just one level cooking, so the fan hasn't got to work quite as hard, so it's a more economical function. We then have the top and bottom heating eco, which is the same principle, it's just an economic way of the top and bottom heating. Circulated air grilling. Now this one is where we have the fan going on all the time, but the grill comes on intermittently. So something like this, if they want to crispen up the pork crackling at the end, I like actually cooking fish with this, so it crispens up the fish as well as cooking it all the way through. We then have a grill, both large area, so that's 6 pieces of toast, or the small area for 2 in the middle. So it's great if you just want to cook a couple of chops, you don't have to heat the whole grill up. The pizza setting. Now this is a great one again, where we have the fan on and the bottom heat coming up as well. So this one is great for obviously pizzas, as it says on the setting, but quiches, there's no need to bake blind on there, and it's great for things if you're taking things out the freezer where you want extra heat to if you've got some raw pastry and thing, to just heat up that basting on the bottom there. Intensive heat, this again very similar to your top and bottom, but with extra heat coming from the base. So the slow cook setting is a very useful one for cooking meat at a very low temperature. It's for prime quality meat, and what you need to do is sear it on the hob in a vegetable oil to seal the meat all the way around, and then you pop it into the oven. The guidelines of timings are in the manual of your oven, and it's a beautiful, so cook beautifully all the way through, but pink all the way in the middle. I love this setting. I nickname it my casserole setting actually, but it is bottom heated, where we've got the bottom heat only coming on without a fan. And it's a lovely way of a gentle heat coming up, so I tend to make a lot of my casseroles this way, turning the temperature possibly down to 140. Another recipe I'll be loving here is the lovely harissa shoulder of lamb, cooking it nice and slowly with just a bottom heat coming up through. Also bain-maries is a perfect setting for bain-maries. Now this one is a usual one for the ovens, is drying, and again this is lovely for drying your own vegetables, so mushrooms, tomatoes. Again, it's a lovely one when it does come to Christmas time, is the oranges, and this is what I do, is get some oranges and I slice them and dry them and make them into my own Christmas decorations. So it's a great way of adapting your oven to doing lots of things apart from just cooking. We have a keep warm, and it naturally comes on with the 60 going through there as the correct temperature. We have plate warming, and then we have the cool start function, which is being able to cook food from cold without having to preheat an oven, so it's a very quick way of cooking. And then we come back to the 4D hot air. Another function which is on all of the IQ700 ovens, dishwashers, refrigerators and hobs is obviously the Wi-Fi here, and this is a home connect, enabling remote control and monitoring through mobile applications. So it is another way forward with the technology of Siemens. Also, another thing, because I usually get asked a lot, are cookery books. And so these are the cookery books you can send away for. So when you get your new appliance, don't throw all the paperwork away, because in there will be a little leaflet which you just fill in the form and send off to Germany in return for a lovely recipe book to correspond with your oven. So if you've got 2 or more, or just 1, just put all of them in the same envelope and they will return these lovely cookery books for you.